Tonight, Townsville receives a long-awaited deluge, swelling drains and flooding roads.
33% and rising, the Ross River Dam filling up.
One of our biggest ever recalls, as more than 2 million Australian cars are labelled potential death traps.
The new classes equipping women to defend themselves against domestic violence.
And bringing dignity to our homeless, one hot shower at a time.
This is 9 News North Queensland.
Good evening. As we go to air tonight, a frightening number of Australians are driving cars fitted with potentially deadly airbags.
An unprecedented recall has been issued for millions of vehicles, with up to 2 in every 7 considered unsafe.
News.
On the final day of summer, Mother Nature unleashed, bringing torrential rain and causing flooding in North Queensland. Creeks lapped at homes and entire suburbs were cut off completely.
From the sky, along the ground, water was everywhere as Townsville copped a final summer soaking.
Widespread rainfall to 100 to 200 millimetres in the 24 hours to 9 o'clock this morning.
Some felt the danger of the floodwaters firsthand. In Mount Low, a woman was electrocuted while trying to turn off a power box in her home.
More scared because of the water than the shock.
In Deerigan, Stony Creek and Saunders Creek burst their banks, lapping at homes and inundating yards. Residents and SES crews tried to hold back the torrent coming from below and above.
Down under manure.
It's becoming a sadly familiar routine for the residents of Laura Court. Their floors haven't even dried from the last lot of flooding that flowed through their homes Saturday.
We've done everything we can do, and it's up to Mother Nature now. Hopefully she is merciful.
Road closures were rife, with the Bowl Bridge and a Lambie Lane both cut off, leaving people stranded. Most motorists remained well behaved, but as always,
please heed the warnings. If it is flooded, forget it. Particularly children. We don't want children going into storm drains, getting on their boogie boards.
Some found more creative solutions to crossing the swollen creeks. One determined chicken farmer fired up the dinghy to ferry his workers across.
Yeah, he had a little boat gets across, picks his people up to go over to the farm there.
And the big wet ain't over yet.
It's slow moving, there's going to be widespread rain, it's going to hang around for a few days and even move into Western Queensland.
Tom Fowles, 9 News.
With summer over, Nicole's here now with a look ahead to autumn.
Thanks, Paul. Summer is almost over, and despite our recent wet weather, it's been exceptionally warm and dry across Queensland this season thanks to a late and weak La Nina onset. The state had its hottest February average ever, 40.5 degrees. For the Territory, we exceeded our wet season average rainfall this month thanks to 3 tropical cyclones that hit the Australian mainland throughout the season. In autumn, Queensland's in for more warm, dry conditions with La Nina continuing to break down. Both our days and nights will continue to be warmer than average, especially through inland areas with the state's driest soils. High stream flows in the tropical north will continue, so flash flooding could be a risk in rainy weather. I'll be back with more on our autumn forecast very soon.
Meanwhile, the rain is doing wonders for our city's water supply. The Ross River Dam level jumping more than 10% overnight to around 33%. Level 2 water restrictions are usually activated when the level drops to 30, but Council isn't making promises.
It's looking good, but we don't want to build people's hopes up. We've got to be smart with our water resource. Even though we've got plenty laying in the streets here today, we've got to make sure that we manage that wisely and see how we come out the other side of the wet season. But it's looking good at this point.
Overnight rain should boost levels even further.
Regional electricity customers could be set for some reprieve this year.